Hey everybody, this is Jonesy from Jonesy TV coming at you with a Fear the Walking Dead review, episode 3, Ouroborors. This episode provided some sweet action and some of the best action we've seen in Fear the Walking Dead, and also introduced us to the two main characters from the Flight 462 miniseries that we've been. It sort of had that. It was the crossover from the miniseries and Fear the Walking Dead, and the show really benefited from it because one of the characters, Charlie, was a really, even though she only had a few web episodes and was in this episode, she was a really cool character and really an interesting person to throw into this world. So this episode starts off with Charlie and Jake um, crashing in the airplane and going adrift in the raft, and eventually, uh, they end up on the island, and it also on our group of survivors that we've been following sees an island where the plane crashed and thinks, hey, there's a ton of good supplies here, we need to stop and get here. And of course Madison and Travis are, oh, we can't let our kids go there. They're still trying to shelter their kids from the world, but Nick, Alicia, and Chris basically uh, volunteer to go, and Daniel volunteers to watch over them. And so really good episode. A lot of the characters that I normally don't like Travis, didn't get a lot of the spot time, but characters like uh, um, Nick and trying to think of his name, Nick and Daniel, and I actually do like Chris and Alicia, and they got a lot more of the spotlight, which has actually helped this episode a lot. So they go to the beach, they are just searching around. Chris does a mercy kill with this pipe, and it sort of sends Chris on this. It sort of shows how Chris is becoming more and more insane, and helps establish that. And it's not only that, but this episode also shows Nick and Alicia getting along, and a lot of good dialogue between them. And this episode really brought everybody together because at the end of the episode, Charlie and Jake were being under attack by zombies, and all these zombies started coming over the hill, and basically all this group of survivors, Nick, Alicia, Salthazar, and Chris, uh, and Charlie and Jake had to fend off the zombies together. And so it was a really cool, well-made scene, and it wasn't shaky. A lot of the camera shots are great. There's even a scene where Chris jumps and hits a walker in the head with a pipe, and it's really sweet. So and then, of course, they get back to the ship, and really the cool part is, of course, Strand is one of the best characters that the show has, one of the most original. He cuts the wire, releasing Charlie and Jake to the ocean, instead of letting them be towed behind the boat. So it's really sort of a cold and, well thought out thing by Strand, because, of course, you want to take more people in, but at the same time, you can't because you don't have the supplies. So Strand's sort of becoming... or at least at this point in the series, is basically like the Rick of the group, or I would even say more like the, less like the Rick, more like, who am I trying to think of? Can't believe I can't think of him right now, but he's like Rick in a way. And so this episode had action, had good drama, it had good pacing, and the crossover was sweet, and the new characters were awesome. Charlie was a great addition to the cast, even if she's only going to make a few appearances. And so I'd give Ouroborors, Fear the Walking Dead Season 2, Episode 3, a 8.5 out of 10. This is one of my favorite episodes of Fear the Walking Dead. Definitely, if you're watching this series and you needed a jump start, if you stopped the previous episode, I think you should continue watching and watch this episode because it'll keep you interested and keep you going. So I'd give Ouroborors a 8.5 out of 10. I hope you've enjoyed this review. This has been Jonesy from Jonesy TV. Remember, like and subscribe to my channel for more reviews and videos. This is Jonesy signing off.